Bam, 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 bam. Hello. I'm still loading up. But anyway, hello. Yeah, I'm streaming today because it's Sunday. So, Sunday life is easy. On Sunday, life is easy. And, yeah. I'm nearly there, huh? Nearly there. I just need to tweak my webcam a bit. Test, test. I need to calibrate the webcam every time so that is responsive enough and it kind of works as we want. Test. Yes, it looks like it's working. It looks like it's working. Do we have a picture of the day? Yes, we have. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, I think I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Hello. Hi, people. Plane shifters of the world. Hello. Good afternoon. How are you today? My side, I'm pretty good. Being Sunday, I mean, it's always nice. Even if I would say Friday evening is probably the best, but Sunday is anyway a good day. In general, we have a picture of the day of someone selling pies. Someone selling pie. They're like looking at this guy and telling him, give me the pie right now. Or I will throw you this mug. But yeah, some of these screenshots are pretty old. Others are more recent, but good. Good. What now? Do we have a new Patreon? I think it was a Patreon yesterday, right? Thomas guy. Thomas. Thomas, yeah, so we are 36 now. Very nice. Thank you, Thomas, for the pledge on Patreon. Thank you very much. So what are we doing is to continue with the spells. And actually, while I was off stream, I created a few. I created sound deprivation. Sound deprivation looks like this. Wait. Yes, like this. So it's basically a kind of a wave, boom, boom, like a wave that goes out and some sparks. Then I created what I created. Nature intuition. Nature intuition is pretty cool. It's a bit of I think I have it loaded here. I use the petals, and yes, as you can see, there are petals coming down and a bit of a sparkly going up, right? So there is sparkly going up and petals going down. So there is the nature intuition, right? Which I think is nice. It's a spell that allows you to understand more about the nature of a specific creature, and so I think it made sense to have it more natural. Then I was thinking to the next one, which is psychic blow, but specifically the description says there is a completely invisible blow that is catching the enemy by surprise, and affecting his mind. So, I mean, being a completely invisible, I don't know why I need to do a particle effect. So I just said no particle effect for this one. So this is probably will be the easiest particle effect that we have, right? Hello Maui, hello Hula, hello Shimon, hello Monty, good afternoon to you. This guy is spamming the channel, we will block him, easy. Hello Marcelo. Yes. Yeah, nature. I think petals is nice. Hello spammer. Easy. Now the next one is wind wall. I don't know if you agree to having this one as no effect, but I think it's okay. Wind wall. Wind wall. I don't know exactly wind wall. Let me see in the old one what was wind wall doing. Okay. Do we have it? No, we don't have it. Wind wall level 3. Azure. Fuck, we don't have it. Okay, so we don't know how it was in the previous one. It's this one. Defensive wind or wind wall. They are probably the same. Maybe we can do an enhanced version of defensive wind. So trying to add, probably because we are using the same effect for both, right? And okay, staying on you forever. So this guy was just demonstrating that he stays on you forever. I think we can have defensive wind, even if I think I have some other ideas. But let me see what we had for defensive wind. Defensive wind is the one that we have already in the game, and I think I can export it to this project, maybe. Let me see. Let's go up here. Maybe we can slightly modify it and add maybe some more. Let me see the description, okay? So the description of Windwall says, the sorcerer conjures a powerful wall of protective wind, making it more difficult for both melee and missile weapon to connect. But yes, it's very similar to defensive wind, because defensive wind is saying pretty much the same. Now, I think we have a good effect. Which are those blows that I wanted to use, right? And I don't know exactly where I have them, but like I think there are one or two. For sure, this is one. I don't know if I collected more than this one. But this one is basically, if you can see it, let me make my face smaller, by the way, because I think I'm still super big. Boom. So this one is a kind of flaming thing, but we can make it, I think that we can make it another color, right? I just don't know. Yes, we can even use it like this. If we could make this one completely different color, I think would be nice, if it's possible. If it's not possible, I don't know, because it seems that the texture is red in this case. Mesh material, but maybe we can change it. Oh my god. Wow. Orange trail. Wind scale. It seems to be all noise. I don't know where it's getting the actual color. Black trail, orange trail. Texture mask gradient. Maybe this gradient is this seems to be dynamic parameters coming from here. Let me see if we can parameter value constant curve. It's pretty complex. This one is a lot of parameters. He has the mask and he has the gradient. I'm trying to check the gradient if maybe is the one that is dictating the colors. Let me try out, but it seems that is just a kind of a one, so doesn't seems to be dictating any color, unfortunately. No, it's not dictating any colors. Okay, but I remember there was pretty much an identical one which was blue. I'm pretty sure. There was another one that I don't know if I saved, but I think I did, and which was a kind of a blow as well, like a punch or something. And it was because I think we can, if we use that texture, you know, around. There is also this one that I think it could be seen as, yeah. This one is also very, very nice. Maybe we can use this one for the winds. It really looks like wind. The problem is if we can, as usual, if we can change the color. I think it's just this guy. Yes, right. It's just this guy. It's just this guy. Initial color, this initial color seems to be a bit fake, but let me try. It's not changing at all. No, it's changing a bit actually, but it's still very, 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 very golden, like super golden. There is something that I don't understand with these colors, that it's always a bit like, now I have a kind of a blue color, but it's becoming golden, right? If I go, I don't know, full red, okay, full red seems to work, but full blue is still this color. So it seems that it's still mixed or multiplied by something else. Like the green becomes yellow, the yellow becomes orange, the azure, like a light blue, becomes, I don't know, this green yellow as well. So it seems that there is some weird stuff going on that is anyway multiplying the color, and that's definitely inside the mesh material, right? For sure. So wait, there are some colors here in the mask, so maybe we can, okay, let me do something though. Let me duplicate it because I don't want to destroy it. Let me duplicate this one, and we will call it mod, swipe mod, right? And this swipe mode, we will be using it in our spinning, right? So now we are using the modified version, so we can change this one. And no, wait, I want to do something else. Wait, I don't want to touch this one. This one is not the mod, right? or it is already. No, it's not the mod. So let's take this one and copy it somewhere else so that we have a safe copy of the original. Okay, now this one we will change the material to the mod version. Okay, and so now we can go into the mod version and do what we want. Wait. No, I don't want to save any of this. I don't want to save any of that. Yeah, because sometimes changing colors seems to be easy, but in reality is not. And it's not because they are built with a right. But in this case, I see these two colors here, so it should be fairly easy. There seems to be, you know, a predominant color, which for us will be like bit more like this blue or something like that, and then this one will be more of an icy one, so kind of like this. And now I think it will look better. And now I think it will look better. Holy moly, what is this? Okay, now this effect still has all the other particles on, right? Which I don't think we really need. So I think we can... There is this one, which is an additional effect on top of the one that we already have. So I don't really know if we need two. I think it's too much. I think this one is okay. I mean, we have one is okay. So let me delete this one. Fuck, this is the... Why have open not the mod? Wait. I know it's the mod, it's just that I didn't rename it. Okay, mod. Let's call it mod so we are sure that we are not messing up with the original. Okay, so we delete this guy. Then there are these spiral lines, which is an addition to the addition. I don't know, it seems to be, again, too much. We are speaking of what? Of a level 3, eh? Then we have these sparks. These sparks. I mean, the sparks are always nice to have, but I don't know. For now, let's pause the spark, and we actually have two sets of sparks. We have... Oh my god, we have 3 sets of sparks? Yes. We have 4 sets of sparks. Wow. This set is basically created at the beginning. This set is like black stuff coming down. Definitely this one we don't need, so this one I can delete it easy. Blurry rock. Wow, there is another spark. Why they are having so many sparks? This is probably the only one that I like, because it's really rotating like the effect. So probably we can leave this one on and delete all the others, I guess. Let me just see all the sparks together, just to understand. Now, these are all the sparks together. It looks pretty much identical, so... Ah, wait, they are... No. I'm doing it, and wait. They were not enabled for some reason. They were not enabled. Okay, I think now... Yeah, there is... I think there is too much of a mess, and I don't really like the... Also, are we going to keep the wind wall on us for a long time? Because if we are keeping it for a long time, I think it's going to be annoying. I think any spell effect that's staying on you for a long time is going to be annoying. Even if, you know, it could be nice if your enemy can recognize that you have a specific spell, but... I think, you know, if you cast like 2 or 3 buffs on yourself, you will basically be unable to see anything around you, right? So I think we can probably activate it. So this is kind of the activation effect. And then after it's activated, it just disappears. I think we should kind of do the same for all. I mean, it's also nice to recognize the spell someone has on him just by looking at him, but I don't know. That's a big question. That's a very big question. If we want them to stay on forever, maybe we can have a minimal version, you know. Sparks narrow. I don't know. These guys added like 1,000,000 emitters on one effect, so they are using so many particles. I mean, thousands and thousands of particles. These two sparks are nice though. There are how many? 350 for one and about 250 for the other. Maybe we can increase the size a bit, but let's leave it there. Then for some reason we have 3 different lights. 3 different lights seems a bit too much, but anyway, 3 different lights. Then we have this thing which I have no idea what is it. Refraction cylinder. I think it's something that is changing the yeah, is a mirror cylinder refraction, so we really don't need this because we don't like to change the way things look. Then there is an end smoke, which I think is at the end of the effect, and we also don't care about this one. Okay, is this coming up now? So I think we can remove it. And then we have this wipe, okay? And then we have this wipe. I have no idea how big is this wipe at the moment, but we can, maybe we can test it. Maybe we can test it, right? It's very big. It's very nice, but it's very big, I would say. Is too big. This light seems to be going around us, by the way. I like the small sparkles, but I think we need to make them slightly bigger. And let me just check all these lights. There is one light which is doing orbit around us. There is yeah, there are basically 3 lights that are orbiting around us. Now let me try to kill 2 of them. Do they have the same color? They have slightly different colors. One is no, actually starting color, initial color, yeah, they have pretty much the same color, all the 3 of them. So but I think we can go with our usual icy look, just because we can. And let me try with 1 light only, and I don't know if in this level I can also disable the lights. I think so. I think it's the same as the other level. Yes, I can. Wow, this one is even, oh no, it's the same. Is the same. Yeah, basically the light is rotating together with the thingy, which makes sense. There is still a kind of a red light somewhere. I think it's okay. We can keep the light rotating. I think it's a kind of a nice effect. I just need to find out. So I think that light is more than enough. So I will delete the other 2 lights because we don't need them, I think. And for this light, I think we are gonna check where is the other color, because for some reason maybe it's the initial color. Light, initial location, because this one is just the editor color, so it's not that one for sure, so must be one of these two, but these two I changed. These two elements, and I changed to these two colors, so it should be. I can play the light only. I can play only the light. Okay, now seems to be okay. It's kind of weird, but I think it's okay. I like the fact that it seems to be always different though. Sometimes it's at the outside, sometimes it's on the inside, like now. Seems it's doing a bit what he wants, but there is probably a randomization there. There is probably a randomization on the light. Okay. But I think this light is good now. I'm not expecting to see the golden light anymore, right? Okay. Maybe it's a bit too green. I can move it slightly more to the light is so sensitive, like if you touch it a bit is immediately changing color. Wait, light initial color is very, very, so like now is maybe, I don't know, 2 pixels more to the green than to the blue, and it is immediately looking a bit more blue, you know? I mean, a bit more green. It takes so little. Still look green though. I don't know if there is also here another multiplier, but I don't think so, because light usually is clean. It just has an initial color. And then he has a light, but this one is just the color in the editor, okay? You may say, no, it's that one. No, this one is just the color that the light has in the editor, so it should not affect, let me see, but it should not affect, yes, exactly, anything, right? So brightness over life, let me just see if there is any, there is just the brightness, there is the light exponent, which is 3, radius scale distribution, color scale over life 50-35. Maybe here is scaling differently the 3 components. That could be. Let me try to scale it evenly and see if it's not going green anymore. Yes. Okay, it was that scale. Okay. Now, this thing is too large. Yes, I know. I mean, it's really, really big. So we need to reduce it. We need to reduce it. And so the initial size at the moment is 1.75. I think we should, let me try with a 1. There is a minimum and maximum. No. Wait, maybe is the minimum and maximum of the swipes, and so it's better if they have slightly different sides, so they look like multiple swipes in the same place. Yes, I think that's the idea. So if you see it from the top, is yes, is like a bit more kind of a variety. Let me see if this is okay. If that size is fine, I think we can work then on the particles. It's still a bit big, I think. It looks still a bit too big. Also, the light is going places now because it's bigger than the circle. But anyway, if it only lasts, you know, a few seconds and is not permanent, I think we can even have it big like this, but I feel it's still a bit too big. Let me try to go 0.8, 0.8, 0.8, and here we go 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and for the light, initial size 400. Let me try 200 and see what happens. So 50% of that. Now the light is smaller, but is still moving in a fairly large circular space. I think it's the orbit that is giving to it too much space. I think it's the orbit. Yes, now is more on top of the, but I would even go smaller with the light. I would even go, well, I think it's kind of okay. Okay. Now, in terms of height, right? This effect is really too low on us and a bit too short. So I think we can make it taller and maybe start slightly up. And I think that the particles around us are very nice, but they should not be that color and they should not be that size, but I think they are very, very nice. I like them. So let me see if we can change the color of the initial particles. I hope we can. Yes, we can, easy. And maybe we can have two sets, one which is a bit more blue, the other which is a bit more white, and still it does the same freaking effect of you see that it turned kind of, because I think the original color is anyway you see me is trying to multiply slightly to another color, but I mean, as long as it doesn't look golden, I think I'm fine. It looks a kind of a mixed green. I don't know why it's so hard to obtain a blue. So initial location, we have a kind of a 60 here. And we have here minus 15, minus 40. Now this one is not a good idea. So we want it to be probably nearly the opposite. So 40 and 15. So it should be definitely higher on the character. Right? Yeah, something like that. I think it's more proper. I think it starts to be similar to what I want. Just these sparks are very annoying that they use, but I think we can avoid this super huge shader for them. I think if we can just get make it blue with a little turning lamp on the character head, and you have the perfect GM. Looks heavy. Looks heavy. Looks heavy, but I think we can have it run just at the beginning. I don't think we can have such a big effect lasting forever, you know, on the character, I think is but I think it's a very nice effect to see. So I mean, how many buffs and debuffs you can have on you at the same time, right? Maybe you have 2 or 3 buffs and 2 or 3 debuffs on you at the same time in combat, and we cannot show 6 different spell effects, right, permanently on you. I mean, it will be a mess, right? You will just see nothing around you. So I think that there are very, very, very few spells that we really want them to be permanent. Yeah, and we need to see what happens if that is permanent and another spell is coming in. Then what do? We remove the permanent one and we substitute it, or we add it on top. I don't know. But I think that for now we should find nice effect that can be played once. At least that's my idea at the moment. So I changed the initial color for both, but it seems it's still not cutting it. We can try to change the sparks. I think we have different type of sparks for sure. If we could have a spark which is yeah, for example, this one is already better. I don't know why it's called CPU spark, but it's still fairly complex. But I mean, there are no simple materials in these examples, but it looks like, you know, no, it looks like this one at least can change its color, which is kind of nice without getting too annoying. So also, I think I would like to make the sparkles a bit larger if possible, and so that we gain a bit of initial size. Let me see, initial size. Do we scale on live? Yes, we scale on live, but I think if I change the initial size, it should be okay. There is a minimum and maximum. I think if I scale them up just a bit, so let me try a 2.5, a 4. I mean, I don't want to overdo it, but a 1.5 and a 2. So that is basically double the size of before, roughly. This becomes 3 and a 6, and this become 3 and a 3. Okay, so now I think that we increased a bit the sides so we can reduce the number, right? At the moment it's spawning 500 of them. I think we can go with 200 of them. And now we need to make these sparks stay a bit closer to the center. At the moment they are moving too much, right? If I look at it from the top, and I remove the swipe, okay, and I restart, you see that the sparks are generated in a very broad range, and they are moving even more than that. So we don't want this, but I think that is due to probably to this cylinder, and I think this cylinder is actually the one that we see on screen, is this thing. So I think we can make it smaller. I don't know why it's starting at minus 100. Minus 100 Z. I don't know why it's starting below ground. This thing is starting below ground. I don't know exactly why. Or why I cannot change this value. Wow, I cannot type into that. Interesting. Probably because the father was the other one. Now we need to reduce the the sides a lot, really a lot. Okay, something like this, and then we need to reduce the ability to go out also, because they are moving too much. Point of gravity, can I see this point of gravity? Point of gravity, the point of gravity seems to be kind of super big. I don't know why. Let me see if we can make it. It's not helping too much anyway. It's helping a bit, but it's not helping too much. They are still going outside a lot. I think maybe due to this drag, maybe the drag is trying to bring them outside, but no, I think it could be the initial velocity or the vector field. Yeah, the vector field is also very, very big. You see this vector field is minus 250. So let me try to tune down some of these values and see what happens. I think it's slightly better. The rotation we don't really care. The problem of vector fields, as I've seen, is that if you change the values too much, the speed starts to be crazy. Like you see now, they just went all crazy. So they are moving even faster than before. While here they were moving, yes, exactly. You see the difference? They were actually moving much better before, like now, right? So I don't know exactly these vector fields, how it works, but it seems that is giving a relative space and the speed is based on this thing. So let me try to remove it. If I remove it, they are moving still okay. If I add it in, they are spinning a bit more in a, like in a circle. So I think that the vector field is helping us a bit. Because he's taking this thing, which is a galaxy spin intensity. Let me try to lower down the intensity and see if, yes, now they are okay. The intensity is making a lot of difference. Yes, the intensity is making a lot of difference. So it seems that now they are more centered, right? Let me try to go down even more with the intensity and see what happens. The problem is that then they are not orbiting enough. I don't know if we should remove the local vector field and we should add just an orbit. And in the orbit we need to take, now the only problem is always to trying to understand which one is what, because I always struggle. I mean, the X, I always struggle to remember which are, I mean, because these things are inverted. The Z is no more the Z, the X is no more the X. When you are manipulating these arrays, right? Seems it's making zero difference. It seems it's making zero difference. Fuck it. I just want them to orbit a bit more, right? So this is what I want. The problem is that, as we have discovered already the other day, these orbiting thingies are so weird. Let me make a new particle and let me just try to add an orbit and see if we can figure out which kind of parameters we need, right? You see that they are not really orbiting the way we want, but they are orbiting a bit in a kind of a weird way. And so I'm trying to see, okay, now, okay, so the X is that axis. The Y doesn't make any difference for some reason. And the Z, okay, so if I put the Z, actually this is orbiting on the Z, which I guess is good. Okay. And now I have the rate amount on the X. If I put the rate amount on the X at 0, okay, still doing it though. And here I have the Y. Let me try to put the Y at 0. Yeah, you see, the Y is affecting the Z on the rotation. So you need to have an offset amount. You need to have an offset amount that is not the Z, because you see, if I put the Z, it's doing nothing. So you need to have an offset on the X or on the Y, and then you need to have a rotation rate on the Z. So this is what she looked too much like a police car light. Really? Which kind of police you have in your country, man? Must be a very strange police. If you have the police with this, it's pretty weird police. Okay, let me try the orbit of these guys, right? So if we try to have these guys, we said the offset should be on the X, and the everything else can be 0, and the rotation amount should be on the Z, right? So this is what we said, but they are not doing what the guys are doing. Holy moly, what the fuck is going on? Because I think, unfortunately, there is other stuff that is messing up. That's the problem. Also, I don't know why there are like 3 cylinders. So if I remove the orbit, they just go up, right? So my orbit is actually doing something. The problem is that it seems to be pushing too much. I don't know what to say, but it seems to be pushing too much. Like they have already an initial acceleration, which is very strong. I think it's this one, initial velocity. I think they have an initial velocity which is super strong at the beginning for whatever reason. Let me tone it down like so much and see what happens. They're still moving like crazy. I don't know why. You see how much they are moving? Look at that. I can put all of this to 0. Look. Holy shit. They're moving so much. Okay. Now they're moving less. But still, they are like... They are like orbiting on themselves, you know? I don't understand why this orbit is messing up their life so much. Ah, wait. Okay, now is better. The problem is that each one is orbiting... basically, each one is orbiting on itself. Wasn't there they use local coordinates? No. Because I think it's the way they are generated. Since they are generated in different places, they take the point they are generated as the initial, right? Yes, is this cylinder, you see the difference? If I make this cylinder, they are basically generated like this. It's not too bad anyway. It looks a bit like Christmas, but... Ah, the turning blue light. Okay. We can make it maybe... Yeah, I understand. It looks a bit like snow. I don't know if I want to have this. Because it looks a bit weird, actually. Maybe we can just have, you know, the... Wait. Maybe we can just have these ones which look a bit more respectful of space. So they don't look so crazy. Right? And we could just have these small particles complement the thing. And this one looks a bit less crazy. I want them to rotate, but it seems that it's hard for me to have them rotate when they are spawned in a different location. So, like, if I add an orbit again to them, you see, they orbit around their own origin, right? While I would like, maybe it's this thing, scale, let me see, scale, link. They tend to orbit where they are. So there is like a small orbit, right? And it is because they have been generated in different places. The problem is that if I don't generate them in different places, but I generate them like this, look at axis X and Y. Y and Z, X, Y, and Z. They still orbit around their freaking original point. They don't orbit around the center. Maybe this thing is done by this point of gravity, but this point of gravity, where is it? This point of gravity is kind of there. And strength, let me try to see if I can do something with this one. Okay. So yeah, if you put a point of gravity with a lot of strength, you see they all go there. So that's fairly easy to understand. So this one works pretty well. The point of gravity is here, they all go there automatically. So that's kind of easy, just because I pushed a lot on the strength, right? So they just go up there, which is not too bad. I think it's not too bad anyway. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time. I think we can have someone then tweak all of these effects a bit, you know. The blue light. So I think we can leave it like this. Let me just see how big it is and how it looks. I think it looks nice. Maybe it's too strong. Well, it's too strong probably because we are in the night. The blue light, yeah, it looks a little bit like a police light. I understand what you mean. I mean, we can also avoid the light. The light is just an idea to have it at night, or we can have it just not rotating. Maybe let's try to avoid the light to rotate. Let's just keep the light still, and probably it's better. Yes. Yeah, let's have the light stand still. I think is a nicer effect at the end. Is it still too big? I think it's okay. Okay, so I think this one we can use it. Now, okay, let me delete all the stuff that we don't use. So we don't use this one. And we don't use this one. So we basically have the swipe, the light, and the small particles going up, okay? And we remove the orbit from the light, okay? I think it's fine. I think it's not bad. Now, the problem is that this effect is lasting only a certain amount of time. I wanted to look at the other one that we had, the defensive wind. Because the defensive wind, I think I made it infinite. It looks a bit schizophrenic. It looks a bit schizophrenic. This was the defensive wind. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like this ball. Like, the dust can be fine, right? This thing rotating around you, I think it can be fine. It's simple enough, and it's a level 1 spell, so I think it would be okay. But I'm a bit concerned about this ball, which, I don't know, it looks a bit like electricity, right? And maybe it's too much. Okay, let me copy this one to the other project so that we can maybe modify it a bit. Let me copy this to our marketplace. Yes, this one. So we have it. So we have it in this one, which is the container of all our spells. And let me move the one that we just created, which is this, I guess. Yes. What is your point of view on keeping the spells on the character? What do you think about it? In keeping the spells on the character. Migrate. Okay. Wow, there is a lot of stuff that we are copying over, but it's okay. Okay, so now we are in this one, which is the one that we use for testing. I mean, more for finalizing. Let's say for finalizing our spells. And in this one, we have the spinning guy, which we can put under Azure, and we can call it. P. What was it? Wind wall. So this one I'm pretty happy about. The one that I'm not happy at all is the is this one, defensive wind. This one I don't really. Let me try it on the character. This defense. I think we need to change a bit of both of them. Defensive wind. So defensive wind looks like that's a missile. Looks like this, right? I think the lower ball really is not meaningful. I think I would remove the. Hello, Tony. Welcome. I think I would probably remove the lower ball and just leave the particles spinning around, which, by the way, in this case, they are spinning exactly how I want them to spin. I think the casting happens and then a few seconds of buff effect fades, Net's effect pushes out the others. Yeah, it's what I'm thinking as well, you know? Because leaving a permanent effect can be nice, but I mean, or we leave the strongest, right? So we have like a concept of the strongest wins, which maybe could be a good idea. So the strongest one remains for the whole duration. But imagine you have defensive wind like this, right? And you're going around the city. I don't know, it seems a bit annoying. Like if 10 people have this thing on themselves and they're just running around, oh my god. I removed the turning light. Now the light is standing still. The light is still now on that effect. But what I'm thinking on this one is that I would like to remove this thing at the bottom. It's a Realm 1 spell, and so I think that like this is already good enough. And we can have it run like 4 seconds, I don't know, or a certain amount, and then just shut it down. Unless we can do that ball very, very, very alpha, I mean, like very, very transparent, then maybe. But it really needs to be. It really needs to be transparent. Otherwise, it's super annoying. You have to be taller, yes, somehow. And it needs to be. Well, it's also true that now I'm looking at it in complete darkness, right? Which is not exactly how it will be. So maybe I'm not looking at the right. Yeah, it's a bit lighter. It's a bit less annoying in the. But still, it looks more like electricity. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of this. Well, I don't know. Maybe in the light is better. Like now, I think it looks a bit better. It looks a bit better. It looks a bit like electricity, but I think it's not too bad. I mean, if you are far away, I think it's fine. If you are into it, start to be annoying. So again, yes, I think it should run for a few seconds. I don't think it can be a permanent effect. Could you change the way they turn? Like change horizontal to vertical? It will look very weird if it will look like a tunnel. If you make it horizontal, it will look like a tunnel. It will look like a tunnel in one direction. It will be like if you look at it from the top like this, you see? So imagine imagine that this is horizontal, right? It will look like this. So these effects are really not designed to be seen from the top too much. They are designed to be seen from the side, where they show the texture properly and they show the movement properly, right? Yeah, but my question is, should defensive wind be like this, or should defensive wind be only like this? So only with this stuff running around like this. I think I prefer it this way. I think I prefer it this way. I don't know, it's just nicer, you know. The other ball is good, but it's good. It's good. It's a bit too much. I just think too many effects are turning a light and they turn all in the same way. But you are meaning the light, you mean the light effect on the ground? Or you consider this one to be a light, right? Because I don't understand if you are speaking about the light on the ground, or because for example this one has no light, okay? This one has no light on the ground. It's not designed to have a light. I don't know. For now, let's leave it without the ball, and I think we are good. Now, the wind wall will be. The wind wall will be like this, right? This will be the wind wall. I think it's okay. I mean, it looks it's a bit low maybe on the character, but I think it's okay. I don't know if we can have these things go up a bit more. I think I already have a vertical because the initial velocity. No, I don't have an initial velocity actually. I don't have an initial velocity. But let me try. If I put velocity, initial velocity, and I put a velocity, a vertical velocity that goes from like 10 to 20 or something like that. Yeah, now it's going up. Now it's going up a bit. I don't know if we prefer it going up a bit. All the vortex and with the same physics. This is the first vortex that we do, Hula. I don't think we have any other vortex like this at the moment. Is the first one that we do like this. I mean, there are spheres, right? There are spheres that are rotating, but and we have, I think, the one with the blades. And I think we have the one with the blades. But we don't have too many. What I'm saying is that we don't have too many. Let me see if it looks better if they go up significantly more. Yeah, I think it looks much better. Yes, I think I like it more with this thing going up. I don't think we have a lot of vortexes, but I don't know. What do you want to... I mean, what do you want me to change? I don't understand. What do you want me to change? I think this wind wall is good enough. I mean, it's not perfect, but I would say it's good enough. Greater creature bonding. Okay, so I created a less creature bonding, and here we have a greater creature bonding. Let me just see the description, but I think it will be very similar. Greater creature bonding is the caster creates a powerful bond with a creature's mind and is able to send commands through the mental link. Right, I can show you the lesser one. The lesser one looks like this. Is this guy, which I think is very cool movement. I like the way he moves. Right from left, back, right from left, back, right front, left, back, right front, left. Ah, the other side, I mean like counterclockwise. Yes, they can also run the other way, yes. But for example, this one, let me go lower, let me go lower speed. For example, this one, you see, is going left. This one is going left. This one, I have no idea, but let me slow it down. This one is, I don't know, I cannot really see it, but it seems that it's going right, this one. Yes, this one is going to the right. You see, it's flowing like this. So this one is going to the right. This one is going to the left. Right? So there is already some variations. I think this is what you wanted to say, right? This is what you wanted to... This one, for example, is going up and down. So this one is the lesser bonding. How do we do the greater one? Do we want to add like 2 of those with different colors and a bit larger? I think yes. I think I'm not gonna go too crazy, so I think I will add another one which is slightly different color. Maybe it's going more to the yellowish thing. And is moving. Maybe it's not slightly in the same location, or maybe is slightly bigger. Let me see. If we do 1.1, what happens? 1.1 and 0.9 is too much of a mess. Yeah, maybe it's too messy. Maybe it's too annoying, huh? I can spawn less. I can spawn less elements. But I think less elements look bad. So it's not continuous enough. Or I can just have the same, but changing colors. I don't know. Or I can have just this one, which is larger than the other one. And let me see if I can I increase the sides? Can I increase the sides? No, because scale. But you know, for now, I think we'll be okay. So basically, the lower bonding will be the lower bonding will be this, and the greater bonding will be this. I think it's okay. Fuck, I was modifying the original one. No. No. I think it's okay. So greater bonding. So it's just changing slightly the sides, and it's changing the color. So let me just reload this one, otherwise we destroyed it. Reload, yes, please. Okay, nice. Let me see how they look. Okay, let me see how they look. Bonding, lesser bonding, bonding, greater bonding. Okay, and they should be pretty much. I don't want them in the same location though. Can I change slightly the location? Like let's try 590 and see what happens. So basically now we have the G and the H, which are generating both of them. So the G is generating this thing here. There is the lesser bonding. There is the G, which is the greater bonding. Maybe we need to move it up a bit because now it's too big. Yes, maybe we move it up. We move it up a bit. Greater bonding. Delete. Yes. Initial location. Let me move it to 70 maybe. This I think should do it. Can they make waves like in an oscilloscope? Yes, I think they can. We can do whatever we want. It's just a matter of. So there is the lesser bonding, and this one is the greater bonding. Okay. I think they look cool. It's a nice effect. I like it. Simple enough, but I think it's nice. Again, also this one, I don't think we can keep it on forever. But, you know, we may decide to do the choice of the strongest effect. I don't know how other games do it. I don't remember, but how other games do it, like when you are in combat and you have debuffs. like there seems to be some add-ons to actually see the debuffs that probably are not available in the original game. Nah, but they're just no, they're just I mean, I would like just to see fuck. I just would like to see a fight, and if they keep the thingy. But I don't think they keep anything. I think they don't keep any effect.
Those look topic are abilities, pre-abilities. They can be stun.
So like this one is a spell effect. They see, yeah, the nice part of this is that they see you see that there is a kind of a circle drawn on the ground where the effect will be. So this guy actually sees that, then is casting the spell and he sees the effect on the ground. Yeah, they disappear pretty much instantly. I mean, not instantly, but they disappear very quick. Will be nice to see if you see also on the caster. I don't know if at the moment he has, but I think he seems to have something active, and he has a bit of a wind, a bit of a turbine. I don't know, a bit of a vortex on himself, but it's lasting just a small second, and then it's just going away. I think this guy is just suggesting how to cast the spells in an easy way, but would be nice to see some spells on him, but yeah, but it doesn't look like. Well, I think if we search any fight, boss fight, if you search any boss fight, there will be like 1 million people buffed, right? He's in first person though. He's in first person, so we don't really see much. Don't know what the hell he's doing, but on the enemy doesn't seems to be any active effect at the moment, at least for what I can see. It seems that the effect is going off when you hit him, but then I mean, it's not very easy to understand. Like, this guy is a bit red, but I think it's just because he's a target. Yes, because he's a target. I don't think there is any permanent effect. As I see it now, I didn't see any in this fight. They are all temporary. Yeah. They are all kind of temporary effects. But I don't know, like, if okay, like this fire, well, the fire is on him, but I think that this guy is using fire himself. So this guy is as a yellow. You see the yellow aura on this guy? This guy has a permanent effect on him. This guy has a permanent effect. So I don't know what is it, but it's still a permanent effect. Maybe because you is your familiar, your henchman or something. But see also that, for example, he is casting a slow, and the slow is not staying on the monster. So I think you have basically no permanent effects anyway. Wow, this fight is long. There is a big fight, boys. Only that guy is always yellow. You see him? That guy is always yellow there. I don't know why. We can search it. We can say, what is the yellow aura around the character? Okay, I think I understand. But yeah, there is no permanent effect. What is the yellow aura? Yeah, exactly. No, but in ESO. How do I get purple enemy AO marker? Aura mastery buff the buff spell. It seems that there is an issue, you know, like that the original game is not giving you this, and there is people that added this ability. Yeah, the icon size. Yes. This is basically our active magic window, right? Seems that someone is building extensions to create our active magic window thingy. Okay, but anyway, so I think these two are good. I think we can use it as it is. Let me just take a picture of the greater bonding, and so that we put it in his thumbnails, and I think we are fine, right? So we said G and H, so these are the two guys, and I think they are good enough. Okay. Now, the next one is Magic Sleep. Magic Sleep. Magic Sleep. Magic Sleep. What is the description? Magic Sleep is causes the target to fall into a light slumber. So it's like, again, something about the mind. So it's like slowing down the enemy, right? What is this thing doing? Is a debuff, yes. So I think he's slowing down the enemy or having him miss his target or something like that. So we need, it can also be done on a friend. Why it can be done on a friend? Is friend plus foe. Why do you want to cast Magic Sleep on your friend? Magic Sleep. Well, actually, in this case, is a buff. I don't understand. Is it a buff or is it a debuff? Why is listed as a debuff, but in reality is a buff? I have no idea. Well, what does it mean? Your magic sleep relaxes. I don't know. Here is listed as a buff, while in the database category is listed as a debuff. But actually it seems that is increasing the mana rate, stamina rate, HP rate. You are relaxed and you feel slightly asleep. Bah. I don't know. Any of you use this thing? Any of you use this this spell and know what it does? Because to me it seems that it's changing the regeneration rate. So it seems to be similar to relaxing sleep, just probably a more powerful version of it. But I don't know why it's listed as a debuff on the freaking wiki. When you hear me, yeah, already casting the spell. Like I'm sleeping a bit? Maybe. So we can do another version of relaxing sleep, just boosted. Let me see how it looks. Let me see how the relaxing sleep looks. The relaxing sleep is this one. Yeah, is this one. We can modify it and make it look stronger. I don't know. Because this one was pretty cool, by the way. We can maybe use this as a basis and boost it. What do you think? And boost it a bit? Let me see if we can boost it. Can we boost it somehow? On enemies, you think is a debuff? I don't understand too much how this thing works. But. Distortion bubble. And this is the light. Okay, how do we make this? How do we make this different? How do we make this different? We make it purple. We make it purple and fuck it. We can. We can make it purple. And if you want, I can have it rotate the other way. Initial mesh rotation. What is this? It's making 0 difference. Initial velocity, initial location, scale color over life. I don't know, we can use the same one and make it purple and we solve the problem. Easy. I can make it slightly different in size. I don't know, slightly bigger maybe. I don't know if it will look very different compared to the other though. Because I think the rotation was given by... The rotation was given by the texture. Relaxing sleep. I mean, it's very hard to make different effects for these ones, you know? Because they are basically the same spell. So I'm not getting a lot of ideas on... Well, they look different at least. And this one is a bit too low. I think they are a bit too low in general, but... I think this one, because I made it bigger, so making it bigger, I think I need to boost it up a bit. I think the initial location probably should be 80 or something. But yeah, but I think we can reuse, we can reuse. I mean, I cannot make 100 million different spells, so... I think this could be cool, right? Is anyway different, looks different. Is a bit bigger, but not too much. And... yeah. Unfortunately, this light blue is not very visible. I don't know why. If I made it, wait, if I made it to initial color. Because here it was multiplied, 1.244. Initial color, 2.514. No, actually it is multiplied here as well. It is multiplied. I can boost it more, but I don't think it will make a lot of difference. This one is just more to the inside. Okay, it's just more to the inside, like here. The problem is that if I go more to the inside, it becomes blue, because the original spell is blue. So if I don't push on the color, it will basically look identical. So I need to push. I can boost it. I can boost it more. So I can add like a 4 to 5. No, it's not really doing it. Let me try like this. I think now is much stronger, at least. Yeah, now is way stronger. The problem is that it looks a bit of an evil spell. It looks like evil. I mean, it looks like a dark way. But because the purple is making it... What do you think? I think we can go with it this way. I think it's okay. If I spend too much... I mean, if I spend 1 hour for every spell, I mean, we will never finish this. Right? So it's not possible. So some spells we need to simplify. So there is magic sleep, and we can improve them in the future if needed. Magic sleep. Wow, why is uppercase? Magic sleep. Okay. Magic sleep. Okay. I think good enough. Is anyway better than what we had before. This one is psychic darts. I mean, if we don't have anything with electricity, is the electricity on red? Yeah, we have a lightning vortex on red. And we have a claw vortex on red. No, because I was thinking that we may use electricity for this one, for the psychic darts, right? I don't know, because I'm thinking to the fact that, you know, the brain is working on electricity. The brain is working thanks to electricity, and so it could be nice to have something that looks like that. I have a lot of electricity spells. A lot. Like these ones. I think this one, for example, I think they are good. They are good for psychic darts. Right? Or not? What do you think? We have this one. We have... we have this one coming from the top, but this one really looks like this one. But this one as well in the middle is not bad. Look at this one in the middle. I mean, it's pure electricity, but I think it's not bad. Like if we take this and we put it vertical and we enlarge it a bit, I think it may look okay. This one, I don't know, what is it? On target, okay, but in dart, your rear arrow. Yes. By the way, Hula, here is different than here, okay? You do this mistake very often, and you should learn it. You do this mistake very often. Very, I'm teaching you English, man. Ear. There is ear. Is the physical object. Ear is a verb.
Entendre.
Understand?
Oreille. Oreille.
Did you learn
Entendre. Entendre.
it? Read at this. You understand?
Oreille. Oreille.
Okay. English lesson number 22. Okay, so I don't know if you want to use this one which is just going around the body, around the head, you know, of the enemy, or we want to use, or we want to use something like this. Oops. Something like this, or let me see, something like this. This one is very nice. This one is very nice. Maybe we can use this one. I think we need to simplify it a bit because there are a million spots. I know. We removed it already. Okay, let me try to use this one, okay? This one I think is nice. And this one I think is nice. Let's call it Psychic Darts. What level is this thing? Psychic Darts is level 4. Well, level 4 is pretty good, huh? Level 4 is pretty good. So I think we can have something that is looking a bit complex, right? Now, in this spell, originally, there was much more. So there was all this shit, right? So this spell originally was looking like this. But I don't think we need it. Maybe the flare we can keep, but, or the soft glow, but like these sparks are totally useless. These sparks we will remove it. The flare, I don't know. The soft glow, maybe we can keep. These small sparkles, definitely we remove. The smoke we remove because we don't need it. The plasma gas. What is the plasma gas? Ah, it's that thingy. The plasma gas is not bad, but I think it's not needed. Yes. People drop them on the trash. Yeah, that's why they don't know English. That's why they don't know English, because they drop them on the trash. Oh my God, why? Tell them to keep them. They need it. Do you think it's better with the flare or without the flare? There is without, there is with. No, I think it's better without. I don't like the flare. Fuck the flare. Delete. Okay, the soft glow I think is nice because it's giving a bit of unity to the... Even if it seems that this one already has it. But I think we can keep the soft glow. Is it too fast or... Okay, let me see how it looks and mainly where it is on the ground, because we need this one. We need to spawn it around the upper part of the body, I guess. Right? Psychic darts. I need to drink something or I'm going to evaporate. 1 second. I need to absolutely drink something. Very nice. Now tell me if it is sparkling or not. Is this gasifié ou pas, or not? It's not. Good job. 100 points. Yes, it was not. Hello, Shadran. You see, if I ask questions, we see people popping up. That's good. Okay, so let me see how this one looks in the game. I think it looks very nice. It just need to be obviously higher. Now we cannot predict exactly the size of the creature, right? So that's kind of a problem. So or we decide that this one we spawn it on the helm socket, but some creatures may not have an helm socket, so that's the problem. And so the initial location, let's shoot for like 100, which is, I think is already a fairly good position, right? But I think we need to make it a bit bigger. I mean, I can go really on the head. The problem is that if it would be like a dwarf, the head is like where we are now, right? So I think the positioning on the different characters, I still need to think about it exactly how to do it. Because I think that the skeleton is anyway scaling up with the creature. And so should I make it bigger? I can make it a bit bigger, but I don't think too much, huh? I don't think it should be too much big. Too much bigger, I mean. 1825, wait. Sphere. No, I think it's the sphere that has to be bigger. So this means that they will spawn, right? If I do 20, yes, exactly. So I think 20 is too much, but if we go like 17, hello, hello. Okay, I think it's something like that. By the way, guys, if you're new to the stream, I would appreciate if you can click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube so that we will see each other again, which is always nice. And also, if you have any questions about the game, if you have any question on what I'm doing, if you have any question on game development, just ask, right? I think it's good. I think I will keep it like this. Now the problem is if the creature is like bigger or smaller, it may look a bit weird, right? Like if it's very, very small, it may look a bit weird. It will just be like a beam of stuff on top of it. So imagine hitting a clacker with this, and it will just be above him, right? It will not be on him. But I think it's very nice. I really like it. Do we want to change the colors? I don't think so. I think these colors are very, very nice. I think they are mental enough. So I think this one, to me, is kind of approved. Let me just take a new picture so that is more similar to what we did. Okay. I think this should make it better somehow. Well, I don't know. Okay. So we will export it to the other project. so that we have it there. And this one we move under Azure Way, right? Psychic darts. So we put where? We put here this one. Nice. The next one is Dome of Perfection. Wow, this will be a sphere 100%, okay? Dome of Perfection. We can check in the old game how it was, but I guess it was a sphere of some kind. Hopefully. Dome of Perfection. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, it's kind of a sphere. Upon casting this spell, the wizard taps into the mind of a greater being. He envisions a giant dome with a perfect human body contained within. The dome contains all the patterns needed to build a perfect and powerful humanoid. The caster can grasp bits of its greater knowledge and transfer temporary does to his body. Wow. So it's basically getting, I don't know, information from the information. What is this one? Invisible caster? We don't have an invisible caster in. Cast, mind, paralysis. There is another one we will have to do. Okay, so how do you envision a dome of perfection? A dome of perfection. No idea. Never been perfect. It looks like a soap bubble. Because I think we had a nice soap bubble effect, but I don't remember where is it. We have seen it some time ago. That we had the soap bubble effect. Where was the soap bubble effect? If I search bubble, I will find 3 million things. But let me check 1 second here if we have a bubble thingy. No. No. I don't remember, but I think there was one. There was one with the bubble going on. Water bubble. It's creating those water bubbles. I see. It's creating these water bubbles, huh? Is using water bubbles in this effect? Fuck. How? Where? Where there are the bubbles in this shit? I mean in this nice effect. Where are the bubbles? These are these things? Oh my god. Basically invisible. I don't know, these guys are making super nice effects, but then they are not really using them. Okay, let's check if we have any special nice effects which are Oh, this one is insane. I remember this one. Look at this one. This one is insane. Do we want to use this one? I don't know how the hell they did it. But look at this thing, bro. Look at this thing. I can stay here and watch it for 1 hour. It's insane. I think we will use this one. It's super good. I love it. We need to just make it different colors probably, but let me try. Let me modify this one, okay? First of all, let me check if it's always camera facing. Yes, it's always facing camera. Now, one of the problem of this guy will be that it will look very different from creature to creature. Now, this one looks amazing. It's insane. I don't understand how it's made. So this is the bubble, which by itself is already incredible because it has all these Fresnel thingies on the side, which I have no idea. Multi-UV, mesh material, electro bubble. Okay, anyway. Let me see if I can change the color somehow. Probably not. I think this thing has been designed this way. Color over life. Heh. I think we will not have a lot of chances to change the color, but okay, so there is this thing. Then there is wait, no, yes, I don't know. Then there is this thing, which is also absolutely insane. I don't understand how one single effect can make these lines plus, I mean, it's making these lines plus is also making this like circles all around. What the fuck? How is this thing even made? Shield electro branch. Is this texture? Is this texture? There is a texture, boys. No, sorry. There is a mesh. There is a mesh. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? There is a mesh of some kind with he has two textures. That's why he has two textures. He has the flare, which is this thing, and he has the other one, which is the electro branch. I don't know. I think if I open this texture, yeah, I was imagining something like that. Imagine the guy that is building this. You know, imagine the guy building this thing. I mean, I cannot even start to think, you know, to build something like this. I don't even know where to start. Look at this. I mean, it's insane. I don't know what it's doing, but it's moving all the way, and the funny part is that it's moving exactly, you know, like if he's on the side of the bubble. So basically, it looks like he's touching the sides of the bubble. Right? Like if he's attracted by it. The problem is that I don't really know if I can use... I think the particles in the middle are a bit too much. Like, I mean these guys... I think we can probably avoid that. But I don't know, if you want, I can keep it in. It's just that this effect is super heavy. But we can also keep them. Let me see how it looks without. Without, it looks like this. With, it looks like this. But I don't know why everything is so pink, right? I have no idea why everything is so pink. And if we have a chance to modify anything, there are some colors here. Oh my god, I clicked on something, everything became crazy. Okay, let me cancel. Why? Why if I'm changing from this to this? In this case it disappears. They are doing some weird calculations on the, so the color is actually, I think, an input for other parameters. Because as you can see, if I just change the color, oh my god, it looks like Christmas now. If I change some parameters, like the more I go into the inside, look, the more I go into the inside, the more this thing become huge. So if I stay on the border, so like it's only one color, then these things are small. If I go all the way, they disappear. I think they are using the R probably. I don't know. Let me see what yeah, I think it's using the R color to determine probably the sides. Yes, kind of looks like that. And at that point, is the blue making any difference? No, you see the blue is not making any difference. Whatever value, but here it changed. I think they are using different parameters. I don't know if I want to keep the pink, because the pink is a bit weird. I mean, we are in the Azure way, so it should be anyway not pink. I don't know why everything is pink here. I think it's in the material for sure. But you see that it's mixing particle color, so in theory, well, there are also dynamic parameters. But I don't know if I want to read all of this, but I see an absolute world position, so object position and absolute world position. So what I fear is that if you are moving this object, it will look different. Like if you have it on you and you are moving, I think this thing will do something weird. We can put it on a projectile and see what happens if we want to. But there are like 3 or 4 or 5 versions of it. I don't know. Wow. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I think it's a nice spell effect. I don't know if we want it this way or we want it, or we want a full sphere, right? Because at the moment the rest of the sphere is below ground. Holy moly. I don't know what happens if this thing is moving, but in theory it should still work. In theory it should still work. I think I like the dome. I like the half. We are just wasting a bit of energy with the half because you know, we are rendering the whole thing and we are actually seeing only 50% of it. I'm not a big fan of these other effects. Which, by the way, are barely visible. If we could remove, maybe we can remove from the texture these purple things appearing here and there. Because it's actually two textures, right? Like we have seen. So yes, I think I can remove the second one, and I think probably nothing will happen then on the second one. This will happen. Okay. Which is not very nice. So I think we cannot really change it. Element 0, element 1. So there is some geometry. I mean, we can even change the geometry maybe, but there is some geometry on this guy, right? Which is using this flare effect. Hey, I don't know if I can remove it. I can't, because these ones, you know, are the, I don't think I can delete it. I can clear it, but not delete it, because these are the materials that are coming from the mesh. So the mesh has two materials. Now we can change the mesh, but I think if we change the mesh, this thing will not work anymore, because I assume that the mesh is actually a kind of a spline. So I think it's a kind of a weird thingy. What I can do, I can try to take, because I cannot really see it, right? If you go in wireframe, let me maybe remove the environment and stuff. You see, if you try to understand what is it, it seems to be a spline with the material affecting the vertex position, right? Like if I remove this one, let me remove this one second. I think we will see like a panel if the thing doesn't crash. I think it crashed, or anyway, it's thinking a lot. It's thinking a lot. Okay, so this is the original mesh, right? Which, by the way, looks pretty much like the one that we see. So I think it's a matter of parameters. Yes, I think it's a matter of parameters. But then I think there is another piece, which is probably this one that we see here, which has the other element, right? So in theory, we could export it, cut this piece off, and I don't know if we can try just for fun. We can try to see if we can export it. Yes, we can export it actually. We can try just for fun, because we like doing fun things. And you can try to re-import. I don't know why it's moving so much in the preview, but then in the game is using exactly the same, kind of the same sides, the same shape. So, but I don't know. Yes, you see that he has two pieces. He has this one, which is this very, very, very nice branch. And then he has this thing, which is the outside. I don't know if he's using it to actually do some other effects, but in theory, for what we know, this piece is used only for the flare effects. But it's kind of weird because these flare effects are happening, you see, they are happening also outside of the sphere. Like if they're a bit misplaced, I don't know. So the placement is not that great, I think, is what it looks like. So I think what we can do, we can just you know, select, what was it, Control L, if I remember right. Yes, we can just delete this thing, and wait, I think if we delete all the faces, I think we will have only one element now when we re-import it. So if we if we re-import it, where was it? It was here, no? What? Marketplace particles. Ah, no, it's another thing. So now we should have the same thing, right? We should have the same thing, assuming that the scale didn't fuck up and everything didn't fuck up. But yeah, just with, you see that now there is one material slot only. So we can copy. Ah, fuck. We can copy this one and put it on the other, and I think it will be now clean. Also, we use one material less, which is always a better idea, because these particles will already, I mean, will increase the complexity of our game a lot. I think also we will have additional crashes and stuff, just for the fact that we are adding, you know, so many new shaders, so many new, so, but let's see. Is thinking a lot. I mean, he's not really thinking much, but yeah, he's kind of thinking anyway. We should see this thing changing at a certain point, hopefully. There are certain operations that are very slow, because I think he needs to, mainly when you are swapping materials and stuff, because I think he needs to check if this change is affecting any other object that you have in the project, And at the moment in this project, I really have a lot of stuff. Okay, so we copied that thing. So let me paste it here. So now we have this weird, I don't know why it looks so weird here, but then it looks super weird here. I don't know. But then it looks okay in the, what is that small bit? There is this small bit that is not moving. I don't know what is it. Do we have it in the original one? Yes, we have it in the original one as well. Okay, so it should be no problem. So now we have it without the additional piece. So it is the electro branch mod. So we should go now into our, well, I would suggest to copy this one because I don't want to mess up with it. Ah, yes, I copied already. Okay, so let me rename it and we will call it Dome of Perfection. And so this one is using this mesh data. Now we're going to use the other mesh data and see what happens. Obviously it looks immediately different. Okay. So I think that panel was doing something more, right? Was not just doing this, but was also, yeah, if you can see from here, I don't understand why though, but it seems that panel, I don't really understand why though. I mean, how I can just check if the material was, wait, I can do one check. I can check if the material, the second material, I mean, how many polygons is the second material taking? But I'm expecting that it's taking all this piece, right? But I can check it. I can, I think I can select by material, right? Select, wait, select. Yeah, so this is one material. And this is the second material. So I assume that when I deleted, I can do it again, but I deleted only this and nothing else, but I can do it again. Can do it again and I can save it again. And now this second material we don't really need, we can even delete it. So I think I didn't do damages, but in reality, it seems that I did. It seems that I did some damages because it's definitely acting differently, right? So with this one, we have all the ending and the branches. With the other one, we don't. So I don't know. So let me re-import it again. I have no idea where is it. I can just do re-import base mesh, I guess. Yes. So we re-imported it. So in theory, it should look good now. So let me change the mesh data to be the mod again. You see, now it's really acting differently. Or it's a matter of scale, but I don't think the scale has really changed. I mean, you have these filaments, right? But you don't have any more this stuff. Is anything else changing here? I don't think so. I have no idea why we don't have that stuff anymore. I have no idea. I can assign this to null, but if I assign this to null, I think we will have this face, you know, just in front of us the whole time. So, yes, you see, there is a black face showing up, right? Which is that one. This black face showing up. I have no idea of why, actually. I mean, I don't know what kind of difference that face can make to him. Because you see it, if you see it from distance, right? You see it from distance. So this one is fucking up our wall effect. That's a pity. Do you think, I don't know, I'm trying to understand why this electro branch, right, require lifestyle, mesh material. Wait. We have two pointers to this material. We have 2 pointers to this material. Yes, but this material is the good one. This one we did not change, so this one in reality is the material we want to use. Unless there is a reasoning on, wait, maybe there is a reasoning on the the unit scale, like has been imported way smaller. Yeah, because it looks identical, but it seems it doesn't. But also you see that here for some reason is looking like this, and here is looking like this. So I think to me, you know what it can be? It can be double faces. Double faces or single faces. But I'm not sure really. So let me check from the back, right? So here we are at the back of the new one. And here we are at the back of the old one. I just want to see if there is any visible difference. The sides seems to be the same because you see where he intersects, you know, the different quadrants, and it seems to be identical. Now, is this one double face or single face? This one seems to be single face. And there is the new one, and it is the old one. Yes. And our version is exactly identical. It really looks identical. Really looks identical. The only difference is the second material, right? That's the only difference. And well, there may be some differences in the. Is there a socket? Did I see create socket? No. We can check if there is any difference in the other parameters. Doesn't look like. I think they look very, 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 very similar. I mean, I'm trying to put myself in the same position somehow, but not very easy. But yeah, they look identical. The only difference I think is where this yellow thing is sitting. There is a yellow marker which here is sitting here, and in our case is sitting like in the middle here. I don't know what is it. I have no idea what is it. But then all this part, I think we have it already. We have it as well. Oops. It looks, the mesh looks absolutely identical. I mean, I think there is no, you know, no real difference. I don't know if there is anything stupid like LOD generated automatically or something like that, so that maybe we are using a lower level LOD. There is an auto-generate collision. Import mesh LOD is disabled. Import normals. Yeah, the normals may be different. Remove the generates. Maybe I can, you know, I can untick a lot of these ones, like remove the generates, build the adjacent buffer, build reverse buffer index, generate UV. I mean, all this stuff, transform vertexes. I don't know, it seems that he's doing a lot of stuff. Compute weighted normals, normal generation, I don't know, built in. We can just try to import in another way and see if this helps somehow, but seems weird. No. Basically, my version is not generating all those nice thingies at the end. So I think we will use their version, and that's it. I think we don't have another way. We will just use their version, and we will keep those things. Otherwise, I think we need to spend too much time on this. I think it's okay. Wait, why now? Wait. Yes, because it's yes. Now I don't know. Undo edit mesh. No, I need to. Okay, I don't know. I need to put back whatever it was here. I can just reload it. I didn't save it. I can just reload it. That is one of the good things of the editor, is that it can keep stuff in memory, which is getting modified, and you can test it, right? but at the end you don't save it unless you really click on save. You see also the branches in the middle, I mean, are way more elaborate, right, in this version. So it's like if there is more stuff going on in terms of geometry. I think that the import is cutting off something. I don't know what. Well, we can see it from the number of polygons, maybe. How many polygons we have here? So in their version, we have 312 vertices. In our version, we have 323. No. Possible? No, wait. The opposite. 323. Yeah, but because we removed the face in the front. Yeah, that's, I don't know. Yeah, we removed the face in the front. I mean, we could try to just re-export it as it is without touching anything and seeing if it works, but it seems that this face in the front is needed. I could just, you know, re-export it as it is without touching anything, and we just see if. So like this, and I just export it. Without touching any. And we see if when we re-import it, right? What is the, wait, what is the panel? I think it fucked up. I think it fucked up somehow. Wait. Oh my god. I think I deleted it. No, it was the mod version. Okay, it was the mod. So was the mod version. So no worries. No worries. Okay, so now if I use this one, which has also, this is just coming through Blender, okay, but all the other stuff should be identical. So we can see if the Blender thing is messing it up or not. I mean, looking at it from here, it doesn't look like. Now we can try to use this one. Yes, the Blender export is fucking it up. I don't know how, but, and we don't have the time to really go and investigate, but it's fucking it up. So it has way less, I don't know, maybe it's just merging the vertices. I don't know, there is something that is happening. Maybe it is just merging the vertices. But, okay, let me see now if we have the same amount of, so now we have 323 triangles. Sorry, 323 vertices. You see, the one that we exported from Blender, we have 337. So anyway, it's different. The geometry is different for whatever reason. Geometry is different. We have more vertices in our version, right? And there is a collision primitive as well in it. I don't know why there is a collision, but okay. I think that we just skip it, and we just use this one, even if he has these weird effects I really don't like. Also because they are very far from the far from the original dome. Look at the distance. They're like in insane places. You see? They are so far away. So we can assign them a completely transparent texture in theory, and maybe they will just then do nothing, right? That could be an option. because they are generating weird effects. Fuck. It is a problem. Because this is very far from the character, right? Look at the distance. They are generated like 100 meters away from the original sphere. And that's a kind of a problem, because that's a problem, because it means in our world we will have those things popping up, you know, in impossible places. Do I have another way to kill this thing? Isolate these materials in the viewport. Isolate this material in the viewport. Textures. Yeah, the problem is the color as well. But at the moment we have another problem, which is this thing, which is super far, right? So if I put it in the game, right, and I generate it, and I go as far as this, you see, there are still effects here. There are still effects here, which are super far away. Super far away. So that's kind of annoying. We have extra geometry and we have extra effects that we don't want. Annoying. I'm thinking if I should use this one or not, or do whatever. What is happening? I mean, I can assign a transparent material. This is, I think, what we can do. There is an invisible material, and so meaning that this thing should not, in theory, should not show up, right? This is now invisible. So with that invisible, wait, I did it on the original one. No, wait. We do it on the mod. We do it, wait. I need to duplicate this. I need to delete this. Duplicate this one and call it mod, right? Then on this one we use the invisible material for those, so it will never be rendered in theory. It will never be rendered. So this, I think, will already be a bit better. It will not bother me so much. It's calculating shaders. You see them because it's still calculating shaders, but as soon as you finish calculating shaders, okay, finish now. Okay, now there are no extra effects anymore. Unfortunately, the faces are there, but there are no other extra effects. So I think is good. Hello M9 Easy. You are wondering how you won 5 points. You won 5 points because one of your character, catched 1 star on the screen. And so that's why you won 5 points, if that's the question. Okay, so now with invisible we don't get that stuff anymore, which I really like much more. Now the problem is the color. Yes, the problem is the color. Okay, let's try to fix the color. I think so. The color is definitely coming from the material, 100%, right? It's coming from this because this material is coming out as pink as a default, right? So let's try to duplicate, call it mod, so we are sure that is our version, and have our mod use the mod. Okay, so now he has to recompile a bit of shaders, but basically now we are not messing up anymore with the originals. Okay, nice. So now I'm closing all the originals so I don't mess up, and the mod, we open it up and we can try to see where is this pink coming from here, right? Because there is a base of pink. Where is this pink coming from? Is this one 222? No, I don't think so. Expand the thickness. I mean, I don't see any pink color defined here, but it may be of one of these dynamic parameters. Work position offset. So all this calculation here is for the offset. So I think we should not care about this because he's calculating the thickness of the line, the tangent of the line. I mean, it looks like it's not the color. Now here it seems to be more, even if this one, for example, is not connected to anything, I don't know why. It is connected to a dynamic parameter that you can change pan time, randomization. Do the particle work well in the sequence? If you were to render out some pictures, yes, I think so. You can really stop, you know, you can go in, so like if you are here and you remove play pose, right? That is basically in pose state. Now it still moves a bit because I think it's the geometry moving, but I mean, another way to do it is just to click on the menu like this, you know, and you see there is a screenshot that you can take, and it looks fairly good, right? I can take a screenshot and put it wherever here. You see, it looks pretty good. So yes, I think it's real time, but it looks okay. You can really use it, yes. You can really use it. So which color, by the way, which color we want, okay? Because I will do some weird changes trying to understand where is this color coming from, but which color do we want? Texture sample. I don't know if this one is packets. I don't know if it's because he's taking some noise, right? Okay, let me try to change this one, for example, and see what happens. Wow, it's thinking a lot. I think he's probably changing just the frequency or other parameters, but definitely is not changing. Definitely is not changing the color, right? Or let me see now. Why still pink? I picked the pink thing. Did I pick a pink color? No, I picked I can pick green. It still stay the same color. Let me see how this affected the... Well, I think we don't care. If it remains pink, we don't really care, I guess. Let me do something that could be simpler. Let's try to check the sphere, okay? Because maybe we can keep the inside this color, but we can change the sphere. I think the sphere is easier to change. The sphere may be easier to change. So this one has an emissive color. Yeah, but it's using the particle color though. Bottom color, top color. Okay, these two, bottom color, top color. These are the ones, in theory, that are in the bubble. Now here we don't see anything. But these are just coordinates of the noise effect. Hot color override, but this seems not to be used. Texture sample, bubble pop mask. Particle color. Particle color, I try to change it, but this initial color here is whatever is black. And if I change it to something else, it's not doing any difference. Maybe a bit, no? Yeah, it's changing slightly. If you see now is... I think it's kind of changing slightly. Yeah, it's less purple and more yellow, but still the base is heavily yellow. It's heavily yellow. So with the particle color, we cannot fix it. There is a scale color, but this one is just saying that it goes from 0 to 1, so I don't think that's changing anything. I think it's really coming from the... Because if I remove this material, I think it will disappear or something. Yeah, it's just not rendering any material. I can try to put another material. Like if we put let me just try something crazy, anything, just to see if no, in this case it's not rendering it either. Because I think the inside can even be like this, but it's the outside that has to be changed. I just selected a random material. Seems to be a kind of a big one because it's recalculating 400 shaders. As you can see it at the bottom. And everything in my PC is a bit slowed down, including my face. Yeah. It's calculating a lot. But I think we can find another texture maybe, because the texture for the globe is, I don't know, it's not really relevant in this case. I mean, it's important, but for example, there was one that was very nice on that magic portal. I think we could see if that one can be used. Unfortunately, this texture is opaque, so it's not helping us. Let me see if I find again the particle, I mean the portal. If I find again, no. Wait, Grim Ultimate Energy Bubble. Let me try this one just for fun. This one doesn't even show up. This one is the only one that shows up. Maybe because the color is... Okay, let me try to change this one and see what happens. But we tried already. Okay. This one is the one that we tried already. We have some dynamic parameters which are going in. One is called Eat Away Strength, which I don't understand exactly what is it, but another one is called Hot Color Override, right? But I think we tried this, I mean, we seen this one in the, and it's not connected, right? This Hot Color Override, you see, is not connected to anything, so unless we get it from other places. Ah, yes, we have it here. Wait. Hot color override. Nice. So maybe that one we can change. Hot color override, parameter 1, value method, distribution constant. Yes, but it's only a number, unfortunately. So let me see if I change this, if it's changing the color somehow. 0.7, 0.4. It's not really changing anything. 0.1. Is it changing a bit? I think it's changing a bit now. Yes, it's kind of slightly changing. But I don't understand exactly what is it, because it's just, I think it's just the intensity of the, yeah, I think it's just the intensity of the color, but I don't think it's a color per se. Yeah, is working on the alpha. Is working on the alpha. Cold color. True or false? Well, we can try to change these two colors. Maybe they are doing something. I don't know. I can change this one, even if it's already blue. But let's try to put one to green. And this one, I don't know, to red, and see what the hell they do. right? Why this one is becoming pink in any case? Is recalculating. It's always the same freaking color, boys. Whatever we do is the same color. Let's try to put everything to green. I think it's very hard to understand how these things are built, you know? Why I select green and it is becoming white? Okay, now it's green. Because sometimes they have a gradient instead of a single color. It's not making any difference. Whatever I do is not making any freaking difference, boys. Zero. Zero difference. Zero difference. Zero difference. So probably mask G. Power of 4, multiply, lerp, add, particle output. We can try to do something like this and exclude all this calculation up here. And see if we can have the particle color, which is actually the initial color that we select in the particle, being of any better use, no? Ah, okay. So completely excluding that part, I can make at least the outside as I want. I don't know if he lost a bit of a shading effect at the background. Probably yes. Because this is what was doing in the multiplication here. So it was actually lerp between A and B used on coil, I don't know. By this way we can basically choose the color. At least we can do that. We can choose the color of the outside. It seems to influence less the background, right? Compared to the original. Wait a second, because I just want to keep the bubble with our mod material, and I want to keep the original version, so I will just reload this one. I think there was a bit more shading. So this is the original one, right? And it looks like, at least to me, that there is a bit more shading going in the distance compared to when we use our version. Color, I think it will look pretty much the same. Yes, it just looks more Yeah. But okay, so basically we can change the color. Okay, so that's the good news. We can change the color. Now the question is which kind of color we want. Color collection. I mean, you want this one? Wow, this one is so strong. Why so strong? No idea. I mean, how does it work that you can select? This I don't understand. This thing is a single color, right? And this thing is a gradient. So how do I make a gradient by myself? Because as soon as I click here, it becomes flat, right? So how do you make it like this? It's just a matter of the power that you put into it. Ah, yes, it's just a matter of the power that you put into it. Okay, I understand. So it's not really a gradient, but it's okay. If you're boosting the color more than what it is, okay, I understand. I understand. But anyway, the question remains: which kind of color we want the outside to be? We want it blue, huh? We want it ice. We want it ice. So if I multiply, it's a pity that you cannot just multiply. You cannot just drag all of them together. That's kind of annoying. Because I'm just trying to go down, right? I'm just trying to go down so that this thing is not overdoing it. But still that is somehow consistent, right? Okay, let me try like this. Is it too white? I don't know. Do we want the dome to be centered in the middle of the character, I guess, huh? I think if we change the size, though, I think everything will fuck up. Everything will fuck up, I think. Let me try an initial location and see if I can move it up, but I think it will just... I need to link it with everything else. Yes. Okay, but we can do... we can do this, right? Uh-oh. Somehow. I mean, moving this up is not really as simple as we were thinking, because because and now I moved everything up 100 centimeters, but as you can see, the beams are kind of going crazy. Because I think that the beams are probably... So I think that this one, or we use it half of the dome, or I think will be pretty tough to reproduce. Even if... I think we need to leave... I think we need to leave with half of the dome. I think we need to leave with half of the dome, boys. Otherwise, it's taking me forever to do this. I think we need to leave with half, and if you are on top of whatever, you will see it. Now, the problem is that it is too big, right? I can try to scale it down a bit, but I fear that it will fuck up everything. Wait, sorry, I think I exaggerated a bit. I think it should be like 1.3. The problem is, how do we have now these things be smaller, right? Maximum 8. Start sides. Size by life, I think is okay. I think the only one could be the initial size, but initial size is super weird. 833, okay. What? I think I will spawn one just to... Wow, one is... okay. But you see that the sides is not really matching somehow. Let me try this. Wow. Yeah, we call the dome like, but the problem is that as soon as we change these values, everything fucks up. Even the effect, you see? The single effect becomes very, very weird. It may be due to the ratio between the X and the Y. So it may be because you need a specific ratio between because the original one actually had a kind of a weird ratio, but this seems a very hard one to modify. Yeah? I mean, it's a super nice effect, but it seems to be a very, very hard one to modify. Very, very hard one. The funny part is that it's called Energy Shield Resizable. So it seems that in theory is resizable, but you cannot really do it. Let me see the... Yes, you see the initial size is strange. The Z and the Y are the same value and they are set at 3. Let me try to keep the Z at 3 and see what happens. No, I think that there are some proportions going on that it needs to respect. Yeah, now it's back to be correct, but the length is fucked up. So the length is going outside of the circle, right? The length is going outside of the circle, but I don't know if I have a way to control that. Bubble sides. There is a bubble sides. There is a bubble sides here. Max input 1. Let me go down to 0.5 and 0.5. Wait, I think I need a few more to test, otherwise. Now I said to spawn only one. I think the beginning was like 20, so. But you see that they go outside anyway, so this bubble sides, I don't know if it's really. I can try to go even lower, you know, 0.2. It seems it's not changing anything. It's still going outside of the sphere quite a bit. I think it's exactly, you know, where the sphere was before. So I think the length of these threads is not. Guys, I don't know if we can use this effect. I mean, because if we keep it as originally was, it's super big. I know it's a pity because it's super nice, but I don't know. It's so strange. It's been built like in its own way, and there is the original sides, and you see that, yes, all the threads are going pretty much exactly at the borders. And the problem is that this sides is so big. This sides is super big. I mean, we can leave it like that, but it's kind of insane. It's very nice. Looks more like a discotheque than a... It looks more like a discotheque, you know. For you, sphere and particles are enough. Well, that's an easy solution. I mean, if you just want the, I mean, if we remove this crazy thing, right? And we just use the particles and we make the bubble smaller. I mean, that's really, really easy. That's really, really easy if we want to do it this way, but I don't know if we are destroying our dreams. Are we destroying all our dreams now? By the way, it seems that the particles want to go in another place, but for whatever reason, they are all going I think there is a point of gravity maybe, or yes, there is a point of gravity, I think. So we need to have this 100. Okay, so now they are going there. And the initial sides, well, not the initial side, the initial sphere. I think the sphere that they are generated is probably too big. Also, this sphere should be 100 up, I think. No? No. But bubble sides. You see that this one Parameter bubble size. Still, so I think there is a kind of a way to pass parameters between the different emitters, because you see that this one is called bubble size as well. Again. I mean, we can have something like that, yes, but it is very different from the original plan. It is very different from the original plan, boys. I don't know. I mean, that's definitely simpler. It is definitely simpler. Wow, those particles going into me. We don't like the colors of the particle again, or because this color was not easy to change as well. This color was not very easy to change. Is the sphere still too big? I think it's a bit too big, I would say. I can lower it a bit. Yeah, but maybe it is the only solution. To have the... to have the particles only. I'm trying to have the particles start from inside, so it looks like they are... Now we can reduce the number, maybe there are too many. Now there are 300, we can maybe go with 200 of them. The color, I try to change the color, but it is another shader which is kind of weird, and Grim Spark Velocity Lerp is this thing. Yes, I think it's because of this texture that is this color. Maybe we can change it, or we can add, or we can get only the blue part of it. Huh? Let me try to duplicate Grim Spark Velocity Lerp. We call it mod, and we go. This one we close it. Otherwise, it's too painful to see it. I will close it. This one also I will close it. It's too painful. This one we will go with the mod, yes, and then we will try to change somehow. So we are taking the red and the green. I don't know why. I don't know if there is some hidden idea behind this. Snow packed. RGB. So it's looping A and B with a mask. Fade by distance. I don't know, it's doing some weird stuff, boys. Multiplying by particle color modulator. R is the brightness, G is hot cold selector, B is the primary complement selector. You see that they are actually using the different channels in a completely different way, which is not the color. So like here we have the brightness as the R. The B is the primary, which maybe is the primary color. So let me see if I change only the B. If I change only the B, so this one becomes, I don't know, 10 instead of 22. Still not changing its color though. Now they're becoming green in the middle. Wait, I think we have a color by life though. Let me see this color by life if we can have any difference. But I think I changed it already. Doesn't make any freaking difference. I can play with the B if they are really using the B, but you see that they are not. I think it's the original texture that makes the difference here. Okay, let's try to change the texture and see. Let's try to change the texture and see. I think this one is the main one that is influencing it, because I don't see any other real texture apart from this one, but this one is a noise, right? So I think this one is the texture that is by the way, it's under environment snow, so I have no idea why it's under environment. I hope I can export it, because no, I cannot export it. Fuck it. Cannot export it because is a weird is made in a weird way. I mean, I can do this. Or I can do this. No. Why I cannot just cannot? I mean, I can copy it from the screen. It's not the best maybe, but 256 by 256. Now I want canvas size, yes, to be the same, yes. And then I think we can colorize it and see what happens, okay? Or we can change the temperature of the color if I can do something like that, or we can try to colorize it. Yes, like this. Okay, let's try like this just to see what happens. Image, scale image. It was 256 actually, the original one. So let's keep it. I don't know actually if he had an alpha channel or not. No, he has no alpha, so it's just like this, really. I will export it as no blue. And we will import it as, fuck, I'm always saving it in different places. Marketplace particle, content plane, under plane shift, okay. Okay. Okay, so let me see if we can use this one in the what? This one instead of this one. Boom. It's still red, eh? It's still red. It's still red. It doesn't give a shit. Look, it's still red. How is still red? How? Tell me. Okay, I will just ignore it and go here. Still red. Still red. Okay, so we change the texture from freaking one color to completely another, and it seems to be the only texture in this thing, and no way. Red. Okay. Easy. Easy life. Let me save this texture because I want to do some heavy modifications. Grim Spark Velocity Lerp mod. Wait. Are we using the mod? Wait. Maybe I did a mistake. Ah, we are using the mod. Okay, but still it was looking red here, but okay. So let's open the mod. And let's put our new texture. Right? But I think that this one is only used as a mask. I don't think this one is used to determine the color, because as you can see, the color is completely different. But let's see what happens in this guy. Nothing. So our change didn't make any difference, because it's basically the same picture that is probably just used as a mask. Now, okay. Even if I like this one. Green color collection. You see, particle color modulator is multiplying this by whatever is coming from here. The R and the G. Okay, let's take, instead of the R and the G, let's take the G and the B. The G and the B. And I want to see if now, nothing, still completely red. Still completely red. I mean, whatever change I do, it doesn't give a shit. We have this particle color, okay, which is the input that we get. Can we get a value instead of this? No, wait. Can I get a, just to test it, okay? If this one, I make it white, right? It's completely red. Okay, if I make it red, it's completely red. If I make it blue, so this is the intensity, okay? It's not the color. This one is giving the intensity, because the more I go bright, the more the red is visible. And so if I go like bright like this, I think the red will be very red. Yes, and if I go completely dark, probably this one will disappear. So this one is not the particle color, but this one is actually, yeah, you see, disappeared. So this one is just the amount of brightness, let's say, okay? The amount of brightness that we put into it. So the actual color should come from, is this one, emissive color, right? Particle random value. What is a particle random value? Lerp alpha 03, from 03 to 3, multiplied by, okay, let me just do something that okay, so let me just put a color here instead, okay? Emissive color. So basically here we are overriding completely the color. Okay, so we are like saying, fuck you, our color is the one that counts. We don't care about you, we only care about our color, right? Okay, so now Okay, now these particles are finally changing color. Now they are not as nice as before because the emissive factor I think is not there, and also the randomization is not there. And but you know, because here there was some randomization going on, right? Can I wait? Can I keep this shit but multiply here by my color? Let me see if this is helping. So we keep the same randomization and we keep the same emissive modulation, but we go. Okay, so now they are looking a bit like the one before. Somehow. Yeah, but not as nice, I guess. I think again, if I change this one, is only changing the brightness. I think these colors, let me put it super white. Yeah, I think it made it just slightly more bright. That's it, nothing else. I don't know if I like it, man. I don't know. I think we simplified it too much, and at the end, I don't know if I like it. What? I never seen that message. Can't play in editor while performing edit constant operations? What? What do you mean? I'm not performing any edit constant operations at the moment. Can't play in editor while performing edit constant operations. Bro, I finished my edit 1 hour ago. Okay, I'm not editing anything. Can't play in editor. Okay, GG. We will just restart the editor and I guess they will fix it. I don't know, this dome of perfection is giving us a lot of trouble. It's giving us a lot of trouble. Could you add the first effect in blue? I mean the ball? The bubble? What do you mean by the first effect? What is going on with the editor? There is something that is, maybe because I have too many editors open or something. I don't understand what is going on. My editors are going crazy. I think it was nice if the effects were changing color a bit. I think that was the interesting part, that they were like slightly changing color. Some were more bright, other were less bright. So, and at the end, I think it was looking nice also for that, because they were but I think maybe we can still get it, maybe we can still get it, because I think it's only a matter of there is some distortion going on, by the way, on this effect. I think we can still maybe get it, because I think it's coming from emissive color modulator. You know what? I think we can try to multiply here. So that we keep kind of the original. It becomes red automatically. As soon as I go through this, it becomes red. There is no way. I think it's this one. Yeah. It is this particle color modulator. Hot color, medium color, cold color. If I do cold color, what it does? Cold color. Cold color. Okay. It becomes a bit like pink. It becomes pinky. I mean, the bubble is kind of nice, but the bubble is not bad, okay? The bubble is not bad. Apart from a bit of distortion that I see, but I don't know if that's due to the, I don't know. There is a bit of distortion going on, but the bubble is not bad, okay? So let's keep the bubble and let's just to put inside the bubble something else. We have a million effects, okay? So we don't need to keep these shitty sparkles. We have 1 million effect we can choose from. So we can put any kind of sparkles. For example, we have these ones. Maybe it's too much, huh? But these ones are very nice. I know you want them in a different color. I know, as usual. But I don't think we can change it. No, we can. We can. This one seems changeable, or not. I don't know. They're using weird stuff, but we have a million ways, okay? We don't have to focus on that one just because that one is doing what it's doing. So I think we can find something else. So we can keep the bubble, and in the bubble, we can put other stuff, right? Like this one, for example. What is our bubble? Is this, huh? I think it's easier, you know, to change technique when we are stuck, because otherwise, man. Okay, let me remove those ones, and we have these ones. We have these ones, which seems to be nice anyway. And I just need to understand the initial location. And the initial sides. Well, no, the initial sphere sides. Yes. Okay. Now, this effect is not. This effect is run basically one time, huh? Yeah, this effect is run just one time. I think it's not bad. Let's see if we can change the color somehow, huh? This yellow thingy. Yeah, here at least we can change the color as we want. Thank God. Thank God. Maybe we can make the outside more blue and the inside more... wait. We were able to change the bubble color, right? I think we were, right? Yeah, but like this is too much. I mean, it's really too blue. Blue, da ba di da ba da. I think that if we go here, it starts to be already a lot of blue. Can I have these things like continuously going? Let me see how many loops we have. We have one loop. If we say 0, it should be continuous, no? Yes. Oh, I'm starting to learn anyway, huh? Slowly, but I'm starting to learn. Kind of slowly, but I'm starting to learn. I don't know, it looks like a teleport effect. Like Scotty bring us to the Enterprise, you know? But it looks a bit like that, but initial location 100. I think I need to do this and move it to like 80 because I have reduced the sides a lot. Why there is this effect that my character is like triple? Is the bubble, eh? Is the freaking bubble. I know. Is the freaking bubble, huh? Yes, he has a refraction, but we know that we can just remove this and it will not do it anymore. This is what we learned some days ago. That we don't need the refraction and we are good to go. Okay. It's working fine. I don't know, does it look too much like a welcome to the Enterprise? I think it's nice, but I don't know if it looks too much like a science fiction effect. Hula, what do you think? What do you think, huh? I mean, I don't know. Let me try in darkness what happens. And then I think I'm going to dinner. In darkness, my friends. Let me see. Oh, we have a red light. Okay, apart from the red light that we can change. You know why they have made a teleport effect in Star Trek? Because it's too expensive and not easy to make a small navette effect. You think it was more costly to create a ship, huh? I think if it's a Realm 5, the first one is good. What do you mean the first one? You're always saying the first. The first what? The first of what? It's Realm 5, I think. Yes. Let me check. Let me check Kerinos, eh? Let me check Kerinos. Domo Perfection, yes, Realm 5. Realm 5, so it's the best. It's the best you can get. It's the best you can get. Just the light, it cannot be red. I hope we can change at least the color of the light, huh? Where is the light? Man, cannot find it. I see. The light is here. The color of the light, we can give it a nice bluish. Or we can go with the purple again. I think the purple with the blue was insane. No? No, huh? Okay, I will try to keep it nearly blue. Nearly. Wow. Look at this, boys. This blue and purple. I think I will paint all my house blue and purple now. I don't know, I like it so much. The big one with everything inside. What is the big one with everything inside? No, but the big one with everything inside, we said we cannot use it. We cannot use it because it becomes too complex. It's a mess. The big one with everything inside. I mean, if you want, I can add more stuff here, but you know, it's a dome of perfection, so everything should be perfect. Everything should be perfect. I don't know, boys. I'm going to dinner, okay? So for now, we keep it like this. I know it's not the best, okay? I know it's not the best effect that we made. I know. But at the same time, we cannot spend like so many hours on one effect. So we just complete it here. And after dinner, I think I'm gonna stream again. I don't know, in about 1 hour. Depends. If I have the motivation, I will be here. Okay, let's see. Maybe I will not be motivated enough. I don't know. Maybe I will be a bit lazy. Let's see. Okay. So up to then. Click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and check our beautiful Patreon page where you can get videos and also access to the alpha version of Plane Shift, right? Until then, see you boys next time.